ሰላም ተማሪዎች እንደምን አላችሁ? ዛሬ ኢንቨርስ ኦፍ ሪሌሽን የሚለውን ፓርቲኩላርሊ ዊዝ ኢኩዌሽንስ ኤንድ ኢኒኳሊቲ ይዤላችሁ መጥቻለሁ። ሌት አስ ሲ ቱጌዘር። እዚህ ጋር እንደምናየው ኢንቨርስ ኦፍ ሪሌሽን ዊዝ ኢኩዌሽንስ ስንል we have two variables x and y and relation depending on this is x and y. Let it be R is a relation with x, y such that y is equals to something. For instance, ax plus b can express such forms. Since it consists relation between x and y with equation, we call this is relation with equations. Similarly, if we consider the relation R is equals to x, y such that y is greater than, for instance, x squared plus 1, we can say. At the same time, let it be y is less than or equals to x plus 1. You see, when you consider here, it consists this is greater than, here is less than or equal. It consists what? Inequalities. Because of this, we call this is relationship between x and y, which consists inequalities. So, if we come across such relationship or relations, how can we find the inverse of such relations? Inverse of such relations. So, relations which consists an equality or inequalities. Let us see this one. Inverse of relation with equation or inequalities for relation defined by an equation or inequality which is given by x, y, f of xy. This is f is a function that indicates that x is input and the output when we substitute x is equals to y. This is equals to y. It shows this one. So we can take here is x as input and we can consider y as output. So this is the relationship between x and y. So to find the inverse of such relations, we consider two ways. በሁለት አይነት መንገድ ልናገኝ እንችላለን ማለት ነው። ኢንቨርስ ወይም ደግሞ ኤክስፕረስ ማድረግ እንችላለን። The first one, we can interchange the order of y and x or x and y and take the equations or inequalities as it is. የመጀመሪያው ምንድነው? ኦርደሩን የx እና y ኢንተርቼንጅ እናደርጋለን። ነገር ግን የተሰጠንን ኢኩዌሽን ወይም ኢኒኳሊቲ as it is እንወስዳለን ማለት ነው። as it is interchange here, but here we express a function as a form of the same. Here is f of x is equals to y forms as it is. If it is equation or if it is inequality, we may take what? Y is greater. It may be less than or equal. It may be greater than, it may be less than some values of x. For instance, ax plus b forms or any. We can take. In case, if we take the order as it is, x and y here, in that case, we replace every x with y as well as every y with x. That means the equation and the inequality are changed. If you take x, y as it is, in that case, it becomes a function of y. That means x is equal to some function of y, or it may be x is greater or equal or less than or equal or greater than or less than some ay plus b forms. We can find the inverse of any relation. It may be equation or it may be inequality or it may be combination of equation and inequality or it may be combination of inequalities. Let us see this with examples. For example, find the inverse of the following relation. It says our relation r x, y is equals y is equal to 3x plus 1. So we can find the inverse of this relation in two forms. The first one is equals to r inverse is equals to interchange the order of x and y here. This means the first y, the second x, which is equals to y is equals to 3x plus 1. Nothing is there. Only interchange the order of x and y here. Is that so? The equation take it as it is. The second one, the second option, r inverse is equals to, if we take the order as it is, x, y, say that in this case we interchange or replace y by x and x by y, or we replace y with x and x with y. This becomes x is equals to 3y plus 1. This implies that this is also equal to, if you want, you have to solve y in terms of x, which is equals x, y, say that y is equals to x minus 1 over 3. It becomes, take this one to the left side, it is x minus 1, divide both sides by 3, then it becomes x minus 1 over 3, which is equals to 1 over 3x minus 1 over 3. We can express these forms too. So the inverse of this relation obtained either in this form or the second form. It is obtained either these forms or the second form. In both cases, we get the same. The next one that is completed. The second, that is B. Our relation R is equals x comma y is less than or equal 1 minus x squared. As we perform here, we obtain in the two ways. The first one, R inverse is equals to interchange the order of x and y. Here we have, it is y comma x. Then if we interchange here, we take the inequality as it is, such that y is less than or equal 1 minus x. This is one option. The second option is equals to R inverse is equals, take the order of x and y. Here we have the same, that is x comma y as R. Say that in case of this, we interchange the variables y with x and x with y. This implies x is less than or equal 1 minus y squared. So let's come to the next. The next one says the relation R is equals to x comma y is equals 1 plus 2x, and x is greater than 2 minus y. In this case, you have a combination of equation as well as inequalities. So how can we find the inverse? As we did before, the first case, R inverse is equals to interchange the order. Here is x and y, so it becomes y comma x. Say that if we interchange here, we take the equation and the inequality as it is. This is equals 1 plus 2x, and x is greater than 2 minus y. The other option, the second option, here we have R inverse is equals to take x and y the same order, x comma y. Say that now we replace y with x and x with y. Since we take x comma y as it is, this is equals to x is equals 1 plus 2y, and y is greater than 2 minus x. We can express these forms. The other option we have, we may solve y in terms of x. We may solve y in terms of x. This is also equals to x comma y, such that y is equals to x minus 1 over 2, and y is greater than 2 minus x. Are the same here, and these are the same. These are the same. Last, these two are the same. We can find such forms. The next one is that is C is completed. The next, that is D. How can we solve D? As we did it before, here we have the relation R is equals x comma y is greater than 3 minus 2x, and x is less than or equal to plus y. So the first case, here we have R inverse is equals to interchange the order y with x, then say that take the inequality as it is. Here is y is greater than 3 minus 2x, and x is less than or equal to plus y. Here is the first one. The second option here we have R inverse is equals, take the order x comma y as it is, x comma y. In that case, the inequality, in case of inequalities, we replace y with x and x with y. This shows that x is greater than 3 minus 2y, and y is less than or equal to plus x. We can express these forms. Or we may simplify this one, or y in terms of x, which is equals, this is also equals to x comma y. Say that solve y from this. This means y is greater than 3 over 2 minus x over 2, and y is less than or equal to plus x. We can express these four. They are the same. Nothing is done in study. We try to express y in terms of x. Y in terms of x. So to find inverse of a relation with equations or inequalities, for a relation, for instance, R is equals x comma y, say that a function of x, y, it may consist equations or inequality. In that case, the inverse of the relation are obtained by two cases. The first one obtained with the forms interchanging the order of x and y. Here we have, then take the function of f of xy as it is. The second case, as we saw before, R inverse is obtained with forms take the order as it is, x comma y. Say that in case of here they are interchanged, it becomes f of y comma x. Example, we take example here. The relation R is equals to x comma y. Say that 2x minus 1 equals y. X is greater than y plus 2 and y is less than or equal to x plus 1. We can consider this. If we consider this, how can we find the inverse of this relation? The inverse of the relation R obtained in two ways. First one, this is equals interchange the order. Here is y and x. Say that in case if we interchange the order, take the equation as well as inequality as it is. No need of changing x and y here. So it becomes y is equals to 2x minus 1. X is greater than y and y is less than or equal to x plus 1. Here is one option. What about the second option? The second option becomes R inverse is equals to take the order as this x comma y. Say that in case of this, we interchange this using f of xy. We take the first case. The second fy x. That means x, the first one, change x by what? This x is changed by y and y is changed by x. So this becomes x is equals to 2y minus 1. Here is y is greater than x plus 2 and x is less than or equal to y plus 1. Which is equal to, when rearrange this also is equals to x comma y, such that we can express y in terms of x. This becomes y is equals to x plus 1 over 2 comma, here is y is greater than x plus 2 and last one, solve y in terms of x here, which is equals to y is greater or equal x minus 1 over 2. Normal, they are equivalent. This is equivalent with this one. ከዚህ ጋር ኢኩቫለንት ይሆናሉ። በዚህ አይነት መንገድ inverse of relation which consists inequality or equality equation or inequality በዚህ አይነት መንገድ ሶልቭ ማድረግ ወይም ደግሞ መፈለግ እንችላለን ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ቻናሉ ጠቃሚና አስፈላጊ መሆኑን ከተረዳችሁ ፕሊዝ ሰብስክራይብ፣ ሼር፣ ላይክ ማድረጋችሁን አትርሱ። ማንኛውም አስተያየት ወይም ኮሜንት ካላችሁ ኮሜንቱን ከስር አስቀምጡልን። ዛሬ ላይ ይበቃናል። ባይ ባይ።